We're going to take the main restaurant experience and elevate it to the next level by changing the experience. Because it's like we always talk in the office. We'll say me, John, or Scott, and we're like, is there anybody that can eat for 14 days in the same restaurant? I can never do that. I don't care how good the food is. It's very challenging to eat 14 days. So for us, it's always that opportunity to say, how do we entice our guests and how do we change that experience from day to day? So when you come there on the second or the third or the fourth night, that we still have that captive audience, and you're still, there's still curiosity of like what's served tonight or how does that experience change. So next year, I won't share the details, but we've got a few tricks up our sleeves that's coming out next year. Next restaurant is Blue. Blue is, I would say, more or less similar to the main restaurant on a much smaller scale. As all of you know, when you execute food in the much larger scales we do in the main restaurant, it always becomes more challenging in what you can actually execute. Like for instance, there's a lot of things you can't make high presentations. You can't have any garnishes very high because you got to have the lids on it. In Blue, we can do that because we don't have to use the colors. In Blue also, on the execution. I don't know if you recall, some of you, when we first opened Blue, we had two seatings with the first and the second seat. Now Blue is treated as a regular restaurant, so you can come in and dine whenever you please, so you have to make a reservation. But in Blue, also the menu changes. It's a 14-day cruise. We have a 14-day menu. The menu in Blue is slightly less globally infused. We took more of a Californian and a Mediterranean approach where we have more of what we created clean cuisine. When we first started talking about Blue, of course, Blue is the specialty dining or the restaurant for Aqua Spa class cabins. So if you book the Aqua Spa class, you can dine on Blue, which is a little bit more exclusive. You can't get into this by buying into this. It's really truly an exclusive restaurant. But so when we created this, it's part of the lifestyle of a healthy lifestyle. But then again, we did not want to have a spa restaurant because I'm sure, sir, you would not appreciate some steamed tofu, but maybe your wife would, So we had to think of both couples and said, how do we create a clean cuisine that doesn't offend people? So basically in Blue, a lot of less cream sauces, a lot of less butter sauces. We use a lot of emulsions. Like for instance, we'll do a grilled snapper with a tomato emulsion, which is basically tomatoes just pureed with lemon juice and olive oil, which is a real nice clean. So that's where the whole clean cuisine comes in. There's not a lot of fuss, there's not a lot of fried items. So that's where Blue is really this nice, even your crudités, when you sit down, instead of all the butter and bread, you get little vegetable crudités you can get with your hummus and your dips. So great menu, changes also as the length of the cruise goes.